Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cougars offense will get the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be...
There's down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Turning on the Jets. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Got a man. It's small. And that's a live ball behind. Take a break to check him out. Offense in it. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
The Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Houston offense once again. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Jean-Pierre. Bears the pressure. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Houston will be forced to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quickly complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Wide open downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There was just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grab behind the line. It's Green. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Jean-Pierre. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man all by himself. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Another first down. Man, this...
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Going to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Off the RPO complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear. First down at the 37.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He's got his man across the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Running into the open space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. A sweet run gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that can really jumpstart a drive. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Jean-Pierre. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Kansas State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Rides the back on the option, the give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He'll heave it deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Green.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A little toss to the fullback there didn't get big yardage, but it does let the defense know they can't ignore it.
Dang right. It's a changeup. It's not going to be something I live with and do all the time and try to feature him out of the backfield, but if I can slip him the football every now and again and deter you from blitzing and assuming run when the fullback's always in the football game.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's Jean-Pierre. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's got it. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll take it himself. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. Fights off a defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. What a costly turnover there. They had a chance to almost put this thing away.
Yeah, they had a chance at the knockout blow, right? Down in this area of the field, at minimum, you've got to come away with the field goal, but you cannot turn it over. Poor job with ball security, and all of a sudden now they've given their opponent an opportunity to come and steal this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's small. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Jean-Pierre. Working that left side now. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They move on top here in the 4th.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Kansas State, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Porter. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the side, sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Finds a tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Back to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. The give to the back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Houston. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 8 over New Mexico State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Jean-Pierre. Firing to the right, complete. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. that could be a costly play. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.